All right. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Let me see. Get a refresh. Sounds like we're all good. All right. Let's see. Got a few people in. Craig's in. Andre's in. Toya and Toya with the apple. I was just teasing her for a second. Pharaoh, our jizzle. Uh, and Hurricane Greg, Black Toxic, Mr. Shug. Hi, Scholar. What up, man? If you got anything recently, because I haven't seen you on the in my feed, so I don't know if you got anything new. If you got anything new, go ahead and post it. Carly, what's going on? Dar. Roger Report, what's up, man? Also, what's going on, Roger? Smitty, what's going on? Lavrus, what's going on? A Plus Tech. Gondam, what's going on? Custom Jeff. Lavrus, what's going on? Compassionate, what's happening? Yo, Ian, what's happening? KP from KC. Ninja Person, what's happening? Okay, you said next one on educational debt of black boys coming soon. Okay, cool. Dar, thank you for the super sticker. Walter Levels, what's going on? Kev 2. Hey, I did hear about it, and I'm glad you mentioned it. So I just did this one. So I'm going to share this real quick. It's only about 30 seconds. And I couldn't resist. I could not resist. See if I can find it. Okay. I couldn't think of a better way to actually say it. So we're gonna do this. I might put this in my I might save this and put this in my feed. The Dusties are dancing today, man. Let's play that one again. just for the algorithm. Let's play that one again. The Dusties are celebrating today. I am just saying. Okay. The Dusties are celebrating today. Oh boy, yeah, I knew somebody was going to say it, and I couldn't find a better way to say it except for that. But if you hear, guess what?
You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they stay the same. You're getting way over your head, and you only got yourself to blame. You can't win, child. Can't break even, can't get out of the game. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Demise of the bald eagle is going to be blamed on us. It's going to be Jermaine's fault, but all I can say is,
what's up, boss? You believe that? You hold on. Oh no. Do you believe that? Huh? Oh no. Yeah. Oh no, come on. Do you believe?
Just a little bit of gloating, just a little bit of gloating. But what I want to get to, and I won't hold you guys long, because Toya says she's got something in the cooker, and uh, something with something's happening. Like we just had the the dusty revolution, right? With the fall of the queen. Okay, maybe there'll be another queen in her place, but the fall of the queen and basically the other princesses and the lackeys are falling back, right? They're changing their content, they're scrubbing their content, uh so maybe just maybe is this the red flag that they're raising? McRib is in the cooker, I heard that. And the jello's jiggling, right? Rob Sawyer, what's up? Men have to stop preventing these ladies from receiving the consequences. Hey, we can't stop it now, man. Winter is here. You can't stop it. They're gonna they're gonna get their just due. And the thing is, they destroyed the men that could have saved them. That's the problem. Men that could have saved them, they can't. They don't. The man is dead. I heard that. But the thing is that I wanted to talk about this, right? Because this has happened, and there was there's some other stuff, man. There was some other stuff that see if I can find it. Where'd I put it? There it is. Okay. I wanted to take clips from. I think we had done this thing with Samantha Cooker, right? And there's some things that she said that's resonating now. That's resonating. That's actually resonating now. So let's get to some cuts I did, some splices I did of Samantha Cooker and well, let's start with the one Chaos actually had a divester on. Okay, let's start with that. And there's some things that she's saying because the environment is changing. The environment is changing, and uh, things are getting ready to go on. Right. So
I totally agree with you, but I think it needs to get to a point where we open our eyes and stop going at each other's throats. And I could talk about the things I think Black women, and again, I'm not talking about every Black woman, but a lot of observations that I have seen and things how I've had to change myself when it comes to dealing with Black men. And a lot of Black women and Black men were so prideful. They were waiting for the other side to change before we could change. And I really feel like as a Black woman, we're very strong people. We all know that. Everybody knows. The whole world knows as a Black woman, we are strong. And that strength, we could use it to make these relationships better. We're our side of the street is not clean. It's not. I was out about a few days ago. I was out and there was a group of Black women. They were sitting to the right of me, and they were having fun or whatever. But the nature of what they were saying, and they were talking about a man. I'm assuming a Black man because they all were Black, and how they were talking about him and how they were just loud and I hope that don't trigger some people when I say loud, but it was just over the top. And I was sitting next to a Black man, and I turned to him and I said, "Would you date any of those ladies?" And he's like, "No, I wouldn't." I said, "Please explain it to me." He explained everything from how they were talking to each other, the nature of the conversation, how they were looking, and just their whole attitude from when they come in the door. And I think that we don't really we just feel like this is how we are. But this is how we are is one of the reasons why a lot of our men are going to non-Black women. Not saying that non-Black women don't have attitudes, because I have friends where they've told me that non-Black women have keyed their car, have put them, have called the police on them. So they do it too. But I feel like Black women need to create a space where and be a little more gentle to Black men. Be a little gentle. And then maybe they could turn and be a little more gentle to us. Like I said, both sides of the street's not clean. But when are we going to start looking at ourselves and changing different things? You know?
See, that's part one, right? In other words, uh, it's not something that per se that we have been advocating for is women changing themselves, because at the point, you know, we're saying to guys, I think that's what's happening now. Is not that the women are necessary. We try to make the women change, right? Uh, I mean, guys have asked for change. Guys have asked for what they wanted, right? And women have pretty much given, black women especially, have given us their ass to kiss. In other words, take it or leave it. You know, like Lizzo, right? This is who I am. Either you want it or you don't. If you don't, some other non-black man will want me. Okay. And over the past 10 years, we found out that that's not true. Which is what um, the whole divestiture experiment, I want to call it, right? The movement, the failed movement, I want to call it, right? Has found out that shit doesn't work. Okay, that giving a black man your ass to kiss and thinking it's going to work with other men, they found out that shit doesn't work. So that whole that whole experiment is pretty much done. Okay, when you add in the environment, when I call social, political, and also economic environment, especially economic environment. You know, trust and believe. Uh, the boat has hit the iceberg, right? And all the other non-black women are getting off the boat. Guess who's still on the boat? Talking about I ain't got to change or I ain't got to go nowhere. It's black women. Now that they see that there's water coming up onto the deck, they're looking for boats. And now they're saying, what do I have to do for you to let me on this boat and let me off the Titanic because it's sinking? Now, like a couple of months ago, I played a video where the chick was said, let the boat sink, right? Let the table break, let things fall apart. They're not saying the same tune. Guess what they're saying is this young lady, she's a divestor. She wrote the book A White Man's Whore. She's a divestor. She's saying, hey, at this point, we're gonna have to get right. We're gonna have to look at ourselves and we're gonna have to change instead of trying to force men to change. What boat? The boat we called the United States of America. That's the boat. The society at large. That's the boat. Nobody, unless you want to one of those people that can actually swim across an ocean without being on a boat. Maybe you one of them people. Okay, I'm not. 99.99999% of people have to be in a society. Have to be in a collective. Your collective is a boat. Okay. I don't know why you guys come and ask some dumbass questions. Okay. Why you guys? I mean, what I'm saying is, and I want to highlight him, right? Okay. Why do you guys come in with smart ass answers with what you think is a smart ass answer on my channel? And it's stupid. Okay. Be smarter than that. If you're gonna be a smart ass, okay, be a smart ass. What I tell my grandson all the time, man, it's better to be a smart ass than a dumbass. Okay, this is not being a smart ass. This is being a dumbass. Okay. Mr. Shug, we need to refer that to that boat as as gynocratic. It was, it was, okay, it was, and that's what they needed to stay afloat. And as long black men were bailing water, they were cool with it. What happens when black men don't want to bail the water? Did I just hear a belt unbuckle? Not quite. It's not the belt today. Well, kind of. What I'm saying is, man, I don't normally mind smart asses. Okay, they're fine for the most part. What gets on my nerves is, man, y'all say the same shit over and over again. You say the same shit over and over again, like it's something that's brilliant, and it's stupid. Okay, it's absolutely stupid. You're in a society that's formed by people. There's an agreement between males and females of all races to do one particular thing so that you can thrive and survive. Right? You can't go any place without each other. That's the way it is. It's called the deal. Okay, to say what boat, motherfucker, you been on this goddamn boat for 200 years? What the fuck you talking about? Anyhow, let's go to the next clip. And this is Samantha Cooker basically saying the same thing, right?
But when we square up, I find that black men are even more. Black men have divested more, and black women who the divestment movement was for are still stuck on the fence, right? The divestment movement has pushed more black men away, and in a lot of ways that's good, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
that's
Take
good.
out the
Yeah,
trash.
yeah. Well, where are you gonna
But
go?
this was for us, right? The divestment movement was for us to open up our options, to level up, to get our stuff together. And I don't know, I don't know why we're not turning the page. We're not turning the corner. We're not, and I'm talking about black women who are beautiful, black women who are child free, black women who are emotionally intelligent. And black men have divested further, and black women have held on to this stay single, don't have kids, all this stuff.
Because they have no place else to go. That's the issue. They got no place else to go. They said black men have divested further because black men have always. And this is something when you see the same thing when you see passport bros overseas, right? How come there's no passport cis? Because the mechanism does not work the same way. I've told you a long time ago, right? Women have to exist inside an environment. That's what they're built for. Okay, they're sellers. They're not buyers. Okay, they're sellers. They're not buyers. Men have been built to go from place to place to place and explore new worlds and new opportunities, that kind of stuff. And because guess what? Men are perfectly happy being solo, right? Okay. Women need connection. Men need logic and reason and resources, right? Men think differently. Women have to connect with the society that they're in. And most times they have to be groomed and they have to be socialized to be in a society. There's very few women that have a male mindset that can actually go someplace and adapt to the environment where they're at. Very few. I'm not saying that there's none. There are exceptions that do that, but those are rare exceptions. That's normal for men. Women can't do that. And so what's happening is what she's saying, the divestment movement, which I knew was going to fail, is because there's nobody to take you. If there was some, if there, white men brought you over here for them to be their concubines, to have their babies. So if they really wanted you and wanted to marry you, they'd have done it already. How come they haven't? Because that's not what you're brought here for. And they're not going to take you as that. Will they have sex with you? You know, back in the day, you know, during Jim Crow, okay, the white man would just walk into the house. Okay, he ain't paying for the house. He ain't taking care of the kids, and basically put himself on a black woman, and then zip up his pants and walk out. You are a tool to him. You're a useful concubine to him. And basically, you got mad at the black man because we couldn't get the white man from coming in and taking your coochie. Because all of a sudden now, you know, 60 years later, the shit's reversed. But you think the white man have really changed? They haven't. So the divestment move was going to fail from the beginning. Hurricane Greg, thanks for the super chat. So let's get to the next cut. That's what I'm saying is these movements, feminism itself is getting ready to fail. You know, I've been on record that feminism is close to its end because what it set out to be, what it set out to do, um, has failed. Okay, because the women can't be men. I was just talking to a patron of mine, and I was going through that. I might play a clip of that, and I think I might do that tomorrow. Uh, a clip of Parisha. I think I have her permission to actually play the clip from my patron. I think it was from my. Now, in fact, I don't think I have it because it cut off. Okay, because I was actually taking her through the steps, okay, of that. And then I think I'm gonna play some things from Susan Vinker, okay, and then to actually bring into why I do believe that the feminism as it's constituted is going to fail, and why they're getting ready to try to push the thing back in the other direction um, because if they don't, the way they've set things up, the society that Western society will collapse. It's on the verge of collapsing, and might take some other groups with it. So let me open this up, and I'll read yours right after this, Lewis.
And you hear what I'm saying? Like other races, they move quick. They done with one, they move on to the next. They learn, they grow, they blend the families, they work it out. Okay, you're not going to have them single forever. Kids, no kids, big, small, you know, conventionally attractive. You're not. They're not going to be uncovered for that long. They'll say it online, but they're not going to be uncovered. And I mean that's kind of like a biblical understanding of the man covers the world. They're not going to be out here thugging it out on their own for these long stretches of time that Black women are just okay with. And that's why I'm saying, are Black women lazy daters? Do we not know how to compete? Are we afraid of the rejection? It's like the devil we know. Being rejected by Black men we're used to that. We're rejected by our fathers. We're rejected by our first love. We're rejected. We're used to that. So it's better the devil we know than to be rejected by true alpha men, true men who can provide an X, Y, and Z. And I know what it is. I know what it is to experience colorism intraracially, but I don't know what that rejection looks like from, or if I don't want to deal with that type of rejection from other races of men.
What did she say? In other words, basically, you haven't even done it yourself, right? You're guessing. She's projecting. Okay, the kids that she has already. I think she has 2 or 3 kids. She has them by Black men. Okay, she knows how to deal with colorism in the Black community, which colorism is actually spread by Black females. That's where we learn it. Black men, when the baby is born, they don't care what color the baby is. Okay, for the most part. Okay, 99% of Black men could care less. Does the baby have 5 fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes, and is it is it awake? Is there anything mental defects? If the baby's cool, they don't care what color the baby is. Guess who cares what grade of hair, color eyes, color skin is? It's Black women. Black women care about that. I've actually done videos about that. And Lewis says, get that brioche and Costco beef franks with onions fun. I heard that, man. Andre Form with 6.99 Canadian dollars. Appreciate you. Is she saying Black fathers reject daughters? Get the fuck out of here. But she says that because who you gonna blame, right? Okay. If mama separates from daddy and takes the kids, guess what? Guess what? As always, right?
I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Not gonna blame mama. Okay, you're not going. That's the problem. They should be blaming their mother. That's the thing. Their mothers do this, but the thing is, you can't blame mama. You have to blame papa, right? Even if he ain't there. Without men who will do the valuable societal labor. The thing is, they're not going to go without men. They're just saying that shit. Okay, just like if the boat is sinking, right? They saying that we gonna swim. Bullshit. They're gonna get on the boat just like everybody else. Got to remember, women lie, and the thing is, they can't lie anymore. They've been stuck on stupid for too long. And then that's the whole thing. What does she say? Is that the divestment movement and these kind of moves that driven Black men further and faster away? That's how come they're getting on boats. They're getting on planes. Okay, and I've been saying get on the boat, get on the plane for. I've been saying that shit for 20 years, man. America, in my opinion, is not conducive for the health and mental health of Black men. Right? In my opinion, I've been saying that for 25 years. But black men are wedded to this space, okay? Are wedded to this place, wedded to this country, and basically wedded to black men. So raised in the white flag, okay? At least they're gonna when they raise the white flag, they're willing to talk to you, right? And that's what you're seeing right now. A book called The End of Woman. Let's see, let me go ahead and get rid of this. A book called The End of Woman. The Hoover Institution has been studying it. Article written in 2014 that says the end of feminism. Yeah, yeah, because they've reached they probably reached their terminal point because we can't get the women to get on board. There's no more choice left for roses in the. Yeah, there isn't. There really isn't, and that's the whole point. You know, Lewis is talking about the film review. Now, I might play a portion of that. I think I'll put that up later today. I might take a cut from the discussion after the movie, right, that we're talking about. Okay, regardless of what Troy was going through, right, regardless of the disrespect he got from his family, he still provided. He still provided. The so-called patriarchal family that black men had, okay, it looked nothing like a white patriarchy, right? Nothing like a white patriarchy because the women had mouths. Okay, she ran the family. She disobeyed him. She defied him constantly. Sometime in his face. Okay, sometime in his face. All right, let me get to the next cut. I swear these women want to be rescued from blackness. They don't even know what they want, man, because they don't understand themselves. And that's why I was saying to Parisha, uh, black women do not understand themselves, and that's the problem. That's really the problem. She asked me what the problem was. I said, in my opinion, black women do not understand themselves. They're starting to because they have to now. This is what you're hearing.
It speaks to the fact that black men, they are very active. They have paid attention. The sisters have bowed out. They divesting. They calling us on our crap. If I want a woman, I guess I better.
Say it
If I
again,
was
black girl.
interested in a black woman before, I'm not gonna be interested no more because they online calling me everything but a child of God.
Uh, uh.
You know, and so women who, even though they sit over here in divestment, deep down they're very much pro black love. And so we've pushed the men even further away than they already were. You know what I'm saying?
In other words, what did she say? She said black men were listening. Okay, we're hearing what they're saying. That we heard all that crap. And guess what? Black men are not stagnant, are they? Men adjust to the environment. They didn't think men were going to adjust to the environment because they think that we're women. We're not. Men hear it, said, okay, if they don't want us, and see what was happening before the online space, before social media, right? They would say in their own little covens, in their own little corners, we wasn't shit. They didn't want us. If they could get rid of us, they would, and we're dusty. They used to say that in secret, right? They started saying it online. They started saying it in public, and men started clipping that and repeating that and showing it to other men. That's how they feel about you. That's what they think about you. Okay, they don't want to be your woman. They want to be his woman. And most men, 90% of men said, I don't want to take the scraps. And she's going to get to that. I don't want to take the scraps. I don't want to take the leftovers. I don't want to take the disrespect. If you want the white man, go be with him. I'm going to find a woman that wants to be with me, that wants to get on my program. That's not going to use me for sex and resources like you've been doing for 200 years. Okay. In other words, like Dr. Neal says, she destroyed the contract. And there's no contract. And for 50 years, black men were waiting, still fulfilling the contract, waiting to see if they would come to their freaking senses and come back, right? Okay. When they get over to Brad, they get over to the white side and figure out they're not taking you either. And guess what? With the environment closing in and doing the same thing, there's more white women than white men. White women say, hell no, we're going to compete for our men. And they're doing that. So guess what? You got no place else to go with the added stank attitude and being overweight and with the long nails and hair and all the other dumb shit that you do that black men tolerate. They're not tolerating it. So now you got to come back over here with the little white flag, waving it like we was wrong. But the thing is, what did I say? Okay, they're gonna come back to the table. Well, first thing I said, if they do come back, are you gonna want them? Are you advocating for? Okay, okay. Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna do? Since y'all up here and you're in the chat, there's a link. Scott H, you paid your money. Bring your ass up here. So what I'm saying is, they're coming. They're not coming back to the table. They're at the table. The thing is, are you gonna want them? I said that years ago. I said that to Obsidian. I said if they do come back after all this shit, are you gonna want them? Bring your ass up here, Scott. No, they were saying stuff out loud, and no, what I'm saying online. The thing is, a lot of black women are saying what was online, what was on the shows. They didn't mean that shit, right? They come. No, black women really love black men and blah blah. We don't prefer white men, all that shit. Then they got online. They got on social media. You heard the average everyday black woman on the street saying the exact same shit. Black men could not deny it anymore. Okay. Even though they've been saying it for generations, they couldn't deny it anymore. The links dropped. Let me get to the next cut. Y'all be on some bullshit. Y'all be on that bullshit. Or I'm advocating. No, I have never advocated for it. There you are.
Hello.
Ask me the question.
Yes. Are you advocating for black men to take the deal?
I'm advocating for the black men that don't believe the coming out of my mouth to listen to the deal and make your choice. Am I advocating for you to do? Because they can't change. But the thing is, guess what? Even in this chat, most black men want black women. But the thing is, got to know who she is and what she's like. If you're thinking about taking the deal,
But
does that
to
make
me,
sense to you?
it seems like you're
No.
basically.
Does that make sense to you?
It doesn't make sense
Why?
to me for a man to accept what they're offering.
How about the guy that wants that woman?
Well, to me, it makes no sense.
No. How about the guy that wants that woman?
Sorry, my dog was crying.
That's all.
I would say he needs to question himself to figure out why he's willing to accept less than.
The thing is, a lot of guys, especially in this space, think that if the environment changes and their behavior changes, right? Because the environment is going to make their behavior change. Okay, is it going to change what's built into it? No. Okay, they've been the same for 200 years, right? What's the difference between 1960 and from 1860, 1960, and 1960 on? What's the difference between those women?
They got worse.
No, what's the difference? No, they didn't get worse. They're the same. What's the difference?
Well,
Have you studied?
They're more vocal about their.
No, what's the difference? They have options, right?
The women.
The women, yeah.
I guess they have. They've always had options.
No, they have not always had options.
Much.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Prove it. Options as far as what? And prior to 1960, prior to civil rights, what options did they have?
Well, I mean, women have always been able to get men, pretty much.
What options did they have?
The black man,
What options did they do? If they wanted to get married and raise a family and they couldn't work because the work was not suited for them? What options did they have? Come
Black
on.
men.
No, they only had. What happens did they have after 1961?
Black men, and
No.
I guess.
Welfare, Section 8, all the social benefits.
Okay,
They
yeah,
had
that's
Uncle
true.
Sam, right? Okay.
Right,
They had
right, that's
options,
true.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
right, right,
Okay.
right, right, right,
They didn't change. Okay. Their options change. Okay. And what
right.
happens when that stuff gets removed or gets cut back or the environment or the economics get tougher? Okay. You think white men gonna take them?
No,
Okay. So what options do they have when the options get taken away?
the men they excoriated in the past.
So they have to come back and make a fucking deal, don't they?
Yeah, but it's not
No,
genuine.
no, no, no,
It's
no. It is genuine. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Okay. If you're homeless and hungry, and somebody says, "Hey, man, I'm gonna give you a job for, say, you used to making $50 an hour, right? But you're homeless, you ain't got no job, and you're hungry, right?" The dude says, I'll hire you at 15. Okay. What are you gonna say?
yeah, you take the 15.
Why are you gonna take the 15?
Well, yeah, but that's from a
No, no,
man's
no, 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 no,
standpoint.
no, 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 no.
Women,
Stay with me. Stay with
all
me.
right, okay,
Stop being female and
all
drifting
right,
off. Stay with me. Focus, okay?
okay,
Get in your masculine, think and focus, okay?
okay.
Why would you take the 15 when you know you think you're worth 50?
You have to take what you can get.
You got to take what you get because you need to survive, right? Okay?
Right.
What do you think they're going to do? They're not stupid.
Okay.
They've done it before because their mamas did it. They're not stupid. That's what's going to happen. And the thing is, guess what have they done in the last 60 years, right? So I'll give you a scenario, right? What if the guy offers you $15 an hour and you say, I'm worth 50, and you spit at him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't there ain't no more options, ain't no more jobs out there. You come back to the same guy. What do you think he's going to say? You going to hire you at 15? What's he going to hire you at?
Probably 10.
Probably 10, right? Why?
Right.
Because he may not hire you at all, right? Because what?
That's
You
true.
you disrespected me, okay?
Right.
So there's a lot of guys that have a whole bunch of other options because guess what she said? You push these guys away, right? Even
Right.
faster, right? They're
Yes.
investing faster. They're going overseas. They're doing whatever, right? Okay.
Right.
So a lot of guys that heard what you said and you don't want them and you're not genuine, they're not going to take the deal, right? Okay. But there's a lot of guys that want to hear the deal, okay? And the deals are not good enough. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to turn back and go the other way. So does it sound like I'm telling guys to take the deal?
No, you're just telling them that the deal is either on the table now or it's coming, or some form of a deal is being presented to the men.
Does that mean the deal is going to be acceptable?
No.
Okay. Does it sound like that? What I'm saying is, in other words, all this hoorah about the gender war and stuff like that. When I said the white flag is being raised, it's because it's over. They have to come to you. They have to ask you for mercy. They have to ask you what are your peace plans. They have to sit down at the table and talk peace. Okay, that's what they're gonna have to do. Either
But
you're gonna accept it or you're not.
yeah, but we've all seen people in a losing battle not really coming to grips that the battle is lost and they keep fighting.
Where?
I mean, it happens. I mean,
Where? Where? When they come to the table, guess what that means?
yeah, but look at how they're coming to the table.
It doesn't. It don't. How when two sides stop fighting? Look at going on Ukraine. When two sides stop fighting, do you think they're going to agree when they come to the table?
No, but okay, two warring. So it will be
Okay.
a
Let's cut to the chase.
okay.
What is your idea then of black women coming to the table, right? Because I've been listening to this shit for the last 9 years. What's your idea if they truly came to the table? What's your idea of them coming to the table? What's your
My
idea?
my perspective is black men who have the means should just totally cross them off the list
That's
and
not what I'm.
move on.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay, what
I'm
is your
saying
I?
they should not be allowed
That's
to
not.
come back.
That's
They
not what
shouldn't
I'm
even
saying.
be presented to a table.
That's not what I'm saying. Well, the table's
Okay.
going to be there. You can say it all you want, right? Trust and
Right.
believe. These niggas over there right now in the purple pill space doing what? The same.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
ones. The same ones saying no table. Where they at? Are they over here with the men? They're over in the women's section. Why are they talking to them?
Because
Uh,
they've accepted
accepted
what
what?
the deal.
They- What deal? The deal ain't even on the table yet.
I mean, some of those guys are married. Hell, I'm married.
Okay.
So you might say I've accepted a deal, although
You can you come to somebody. You came to somebody's table, right? What I'm now get back to the question I asked you. I want you to listen to me. Get into your masculine brain for a second, all right?
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Listen to me instead of thinking with your feelings, because you're thinking with your feelings right now. Okay. You're hurt. Okay. I'm hearing it. Okay. Thinking with your feelings, with your brain. Okay. What now you think
No, 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 no,
yes,
no,
you
no,
are.
no,
Yes, you are. You think with your feelings, because if you weren't, you'd be talking to me with facts, data, statistics, and some logic, right? Okay. Instead, oh, I wouldn't accept it. What does the table look like to you? If if they did come back, what's the offer you want to see on the table?
I would say a return to traditional family values.
Okay, tradition. What is that?
Well, where the woman takes care of home, the man brings home the bacon, so to
Oh,
speak.
okay. Well, how
The
you gonna do that?
traditional.
How you gonna have a traditional family in a non-traditional society now? That's another topic. The thing is,
Yeah, that's another
and,
topic. I
and
mean, it can be done, but I mean, your traditional family will be attacked on all points
where
by
where?
society itself. I mean, society doesn't seem to
Okay,
encourage that type of
okay,
family.
okay. Guess what? Okay, let's say the traditional values, right, where they prioritize the men to be breadwinners for the house, right, like ninety
Right,
percent, right? Okay,
right. Okay,
over the past 60 years, 40% of the women now are what? Breadwinners, right?
right.
So are you gonna go back and untrain all those women, retrain all those men, and then get back up to this point and put the men as breadwinners and providers? How are you gonna do that
You
after
can't.
50 years?
You can't.
You can't. Really?
Which is why I say the man should just go.
And
Just
go
go
where?
find a wife elsewhere. Go
Where?
find a wife from a country where that actually prioritizes family.
How many people, especially in the first world country, that can actually leave where they are and go someplace else and live? What percentage of people? What do you think?
I would imagine it's pretty low.
Give me a ballpark estimate from your gut this time.
From the gut,
Yeah.
maybe 30% of men could do it.
Hell no, it's like 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
How many people? So, and how many guys can pack up, go to a third world country, and actually get a job and exist in a third world in a developing country?
No, you still have to work over here. You'd still have to use America to make your money, but you can set it up so that you have a house over there and a house over here.
How how many what percentage of men can actually afford 2 households?
There are ways to do it,
No,
but
no.
I'd still say maybe 25%.
10% can do that, man. I talk. Most of my subs make 80 grand and over. They can't afford to do that shit.
You 80, you should be able to do it the 80 grand.
They can't afford to do that shit. Have you looked at the prices of households today, man?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, yes. Okay, yeah. The average person cannot afford 1 household, much less 2. Anyway, all right.
All right. All
Yeah,
right. All right. All right. So so I get it. You're not advocating. You're just presenting.
I'm
Okay.
presenting.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
my
Okay.
job to present. Okay, I don't advocate shit.
Okay, but my disagreement with you was you seem to advocate for
Why
it.
do why do you feel that way? Because it's feeling. Because I never said that. Why do you feel that way? I didn't have.
Because you seem to be saying
I,
it without saying it.
how am I? How many times do men speak like this? Women say this all the time because it's feeling, saying it without saying it. How do I say it without saying it?
You keep talking. Men are going to take the deal. Men are going to take the.
I didn't say that. Where did I say that?
I don't know.
You didn't.
I don't know.
You,
This
you,
just me listening to you over the years. This is my impression of what you put.
impression. Impression is not
Yes.
logic. What is it, sir?
Here we go.
It is impression. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying my impression was wrong. I can accept that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm saying with the white flag means the war is over. Okay. There is no more war. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want to sit down at the peace table and listen to the deal, go ahead. But the war, as far as this online gender war, it's over. That's what I'm saying. With Cynthia G going down, the war is over. Stop fighting. Go do you. That's what I'm trying to present. Now, I don't know where you're trying to get the stuff. Like I'm telling men to take a deal.
The war is over, stop fighting message can lull men into a false sense of, yes, okay, it's over.
The
When
war.
this has been going on for many years.
So you want to keep fighting?
No,
Oh, really?
no, I would, again, I would suggest men look elsewhere, just not even deal with. And maybe that is unrealistic,
No, no,
but
no,
I would
no,
think
no,
that
no.
the goal should be to work hard to get to a point where you don't have to deal with this
So
anymore.
no, so in other words, when a war means two sides are doing what, sir?
Fighting.
Fighting. Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm saying the war is over. But you said without fighting, without the war, men will get lulled into a sense of what, passivity? Is that what you're trying to say?
When if they believe, yeah, okay,
No,
they're
no, no, no,
coming
no,
back to the table, let's work this out.
no. If I say the war is over, you say that the men are going to get lulled into a what?
Believing that it's over,
Oh,
really over.
well, that the war
I
is
mean,
over. Okay.
yeah,
But the thing is, so if the war's not over, guess what you got to keep doing?
fighting.
Fighting. Do you want to keep fighting?
I'm not fighting.
All right, man.
Well, no, I mean, I'm married. Been married for over 30 years. Kids and grandkids. I'm not fighting. I'm on the sidelines watching
So why? So what's the comment for?
because I have sons.
Okay, so you want your sons to go out and pick up the fight?
No, I want my sons to go elsewhere to find a wife.
It doesn't matter. You can do that anyway. Do you want to? But do you want your sons to keep on the online hostilities that have been going
No,
on? Okay.
no, no, they don't fight either.
So in other words, if the war is over, guess what he's going to stop doing? Fighting. Okay. So how is that going to affect your sons?
It's not really.
It's not really. So what's the problem? My son's married to a Latina. So what's the
Hmm.
problem? My brother's married to a Filipina. Okay.
Right.
But the thing is, this so-called online gender war has been going on for the last 15 years. It's basically over, but a lot of guys won't accept it. Okay. Well, are you going to accept that the war is over? Or you want this stuff to keep going?
I don't want men to fall for the okey doke,
It's not the question that I asked, sir.
but that's the only answer that I have.
Okay. Okay. Well, then
I mean, do
was
I
that,
want?
you can say yes or no. That's not the only answer that you have.
Okay, what's the question again? Do go ahead.
In other words, basically, okay, if if I say the war is over, how one it doesn't affect you, right? Okay, but
Right.
the thing is, if according to you, men will get docile and fall back into their old ways. So you expect your sons and everybody else to keep on fighting like they've been fighting for the last 15 years?
No.
Okay, then the war is over. So what's the problem? The white flag means the war is over. That's all it means. The thing is, a lot of guys,
Okay.
trust me when I tell you, online, offline, and emails said that they wanted women to come back to the table with plates and blowjobs. Okay, that's what they wanted. Okay,
That's what they wanted.
that's what they wanted. I've been telling them that that's not going to happen. And when the war is over and they come back to the table, it's not going to look like anything like what you think it's going to look like because it never does, right?
Right.
This is them coming back to the table. This is them trying to figure out what the fuck you want, which they should have been doing that all along. Okay, so basically, if they're doing that, trying to figure out what you want, that means the war is over. They're not fighting anymore.
So the motive of them wanting to find out is not because they want to. Yeah, I guess I would be skeptical of the
Their
motive.
their motive is trying to get them the
Resources.
lifestyle that they want. Okay, resources
Okay.
is part of it. Okay, resources is part of it. They're tired of they basically if the state doesn't pick up taking care of their kids, okay, resources ain't going. Resources does not replace another parent in the household. It doesn't.
Right.
Okay, you have to have either a whole family structure. It takes a whole family structure to replace one person. Okay.
Right.
Okay, and that stuff is breaking up. That stuff is breaking apart. That shit is falling apart. Guess what they got to do? They got to go back to what works. Okay. Anyway,
You think black people can do that?
if they
Go
must,
back to what
yeah,
works?
yeah, of course. You came out of slavery and did it right. What's the difference? Which is harder?
Okay, I see your point. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Let me read some chats and see my and I got to go because I got to probably help my grandson with his homework. So
Yeah. I need
all
to
right.
do the same. All right. Thanks a lot,
All
BJS.
right.
All right. Bye.
Your patience is better than mine. I heard that. Okay. Preparation and planning, definition, ground rules, clarification, justification, bargaining, and problem solving, closure, and implementation stages of negotiation. They're trying to figure out what you want. So I didn't get to the last two cuts, and I got about 8 minutes. Let me play one more cut, and let me check and see if I need to thank anybody for super chats. Sir Jim, Passport Bro is an option, but it's not for everybody. It takes work and understanding, a lot of work. We need a curriculum blessing teacher. The thing is, basically, the reason Passport Bros is the thing now is because remote work. Okay. And, basically, if you're in an environment, in a society that doesn't help you with traditional marriage, you want to bring these women back. Okay. The risk is less, but the risk is still there. Dennis Sperling said the black women need to stop spreading slanderous memes about black men on social media. Only then will he accept the gender war end. Okay, well, I think it's over. Okay, part of the problem is a lot of men are unable to be a man in times of peace because they have never been taught how to be a man outside of war. That's probably true. That's probably true. That's probably true. Anyhow, I don't see anybody in any of the cash apps, and that's cool. So, but I didn't even get a chance to finish the presentation. But the thing is, I don't know why I get this, man. You know, and I'm having this issue by people getting impressions. Okay, I've done 9 years of this shit. Okay, and I've said in plain words what I meant. Okay, I always said I didn't think they were capable of changing. Okay, can they adapt to the environment that they're in and kind of mimic some kind of traditional values? They can. They were never trained to be wives because you're not going to get a wife. Oh, Passport OG, appreciate you, Passport OG. They're not trained to be wives, and I've been saying. Me and Sergeant Willie Peter went back and forth about that for a year. Okay, that even in America, right? Even the whites, the Latinas and the Asians and stuff like that. If they were born here and raised here, okay, are they better? Yes, but are they trained to be wives? No, they're not. They're not raised to be traditional wives. They're not. Okay, if you want a traditional wife, traditional family, either you've done it like the brother had for 30 years, or you got to go elsewhere. He's afraid for his sons. He wants them to go out of the country. Why? Because the traditional wife is not here, and the traditional wife may not exist when his sons get to marrying age in other countries, right? Because feminism and this kind of stuff is spreading. The environment is spreading, so even some of that may not exist. Will it be better than here? I think so. But the thing is that I said for years, they don't raise wives here anymore. They don't make wives here anymore. Even on the white side, they don't make wives anymore. They don't make wives. They were never trained to do it. So if you want a wife in a tradition that I grew up in, that my mother was, you're gonna have to go elsewhere. Anyhow, y'all, let me pull your skirt down. Your mama's side is showing. You can take negotiate with them at the table as long as the table is in the Cheesecake Factory. Nah, it's a Starbucks, basically, and basically the park. You know, I always say, let's get this out of the way, man. Um, a lot of guys want to be online and try to impress the chick the first time out, right? Okay. Um, if you want to do that's fine. If you want to eat, that's fine. If you want to negotiate with that, that's fine. I always make a woman qualify herself for a date. That's what I've learned. They don't get a date off the bat. I have to know you. Okay. I'm not getting to know you by the time I go on a date. I already know who you are. Okay. I'm here to enjoy myself with you on that date. I don't enjoy taking a stranger on a date. I've done that went on a couple of blind dates set up by the family. Okay. Because I don't like blind dates. Okay. And we meet at a restaurant. Okay. I hated them. Okay. Because I'm sitting across from a person I have no connection with. Why would I spend my money? I don't care if it's $20 on my money to sit across from somebody I have no connection with. They have to earn their date. Okay. If the chick is so outstanding and so wonderful, so beautiful that she's worth $200, $200 well spent if I made the connection with her. $200 well spent if I'm getting all that stuff on my date. Okay. With or without sex. If I'm getting all the stuff that I want, enjoy myself, $200 worth of enjoyment being with that person on a date, I'm good. But the thing is, I'm not going to take a chick on the date. I'm not going to take a chick on a date for even $20 that I'm not going to sit across and enjoy. She should pay me to put up with her. Sit there and we have to figure out what we're going to talk about. Okay, so I'll tell a guy if she hasn't talked to you on the phone for at least a week, man, don't invite her out on a date. You don't know who she is. Don't give a chick a number, go on Instagram and say, "Oh, you know what? Meet me at blah 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 blah," like the guy in the Cheesecake Factory shit, right? Okay. Well, I don't know you well enough to invite you into my apartment. If that is the case, you shouldn't be taking her on a date. Period. If she can't come down to the car and talk to you and let you know that she's running late, then guess what? Why are you taking her to the Cheesecake Factory? Why are you taking her anywhere to a restaurant? Unless she's a sugar baby, you've paid her, and she's your escort for a dinner. You want to be seen and you want company. If you want that and you want to pay for company, I don't have no problem with that. But for on a date, no. Anyhow, let me get out of here. We'll talk. We might talk about that later about the list. Okay, about the list. Anyway, thanks for the cash apps, folks, and thank you for the donation, man. Every dollar, man. I tell you, even if it's a dollar, I appreciate it. People ask me, how come you don't raise the price of your um, Patreon? Okay, everybody has to work for their dollar. That dollar means something. Okay, if it means something to you, it means something to me. That's why I had never done it, right? If I'm gonna hold whatever it is, there's certain things I charge for because it takes a lot more work. But things for the most part, and say, how much is your Patreon? It used to be $1. It's 3 now because that's what Patreon wants. Okay, otherwise it'd still be $1. Every dollar that I get from you guys means something to me because just like I have to work for my shit. You used to have to work for mine. Okay, you got to work for yours. So it means something to me. So anyhow, let me get out of here, man. Appreciate you all and thanks for stopping by. I had to punch the clock, and this was actually on the docket, and it just happened to be timed with Cynthia G. Spain, man. Appreciate the super sticker. Sir Jim, before Passport Bros, I found Nomad Capitalist. However, I didn't find a way before Passport Bros. This space laying the groundwork for language learning and job ops. Been learning ESP for 2 years and IT for 3 months. I will start playing uh, um, uh, guy I've been listening to for like, God, it's got to be almost 20 years, man. Um, Expat Files. I'll start playing that for you guys to give you guys some kind of inroads to what it's like to be in overseas in a third world country and that you live in and be there. So anyhow, y'all, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.